Thank you, Presiding Officer. I welcome the opportunity to lead this important debate to recognise World Asthma Day. World Asthma Day took place yesterday, May the 7th, and marked the theme Asthma Education Empowers. I thank members who have supported my motion allowing the debate to go ahead today. I also thank Asthma and Lung UK Scotland for their briefing and for all they do with research, advice and support for persons with an asthma diagnosis and their families. Gareth Brown from Asthma and Lung UK Scotland provides the Secretariat for the Lung Health Cross-Party Group, which I co-convene with my colleague Alexander Stewart MSP. Gareth does a great job and I thank him for all his work. The CPG has done work relating to asthma previously, and the input from clinicians, asthma support groups and those living with asthma is welcome. And thanks again need to go to the Minister for her active engagement with our cross-party group. One of our CPG members, Olivia Fulton, chairs a group that focuses on severe asthma, which meets online, and I'll say a wee bit more about Olivia later in my speech. As my motion indicates, World Asthma Day is organised by the Global Initiative for Asthma, a World Health Organisation collaborative founded in 1993. There's a lot of great info on the GINA website, and I would encourage people to visit the website and find out some more. Asthma is a very common long-term lung health condition, and in the UK, 5.4 million people have an asthma diagnosis. That's 1 in every 12 adults and 1 in every 11 children. In Scotland, 368,000 adults and around 71,000 children live with an asthma diagnosis. And people with asthma may have sensitive, inflamed and irritated airways. Asthma symptoms can come and go. Sometimes people may not have symptoms for weeks or months at a time. And asthma needs to be treated every day, even if you feel well, to lower your risk of symptoms exacerbating and asthma attacks. The most common symptoms of asthma are coughing, wheezing, which is a whistling sound when you breathe, breathlessness and chest tightness. Experiencing one or more of these symptoms could mean you have asthma. It's more likely to be asthma if your symptoms keep coming back, if they're worse at night, or occur when you react to a trigger, such as exercise, weather, or an allergy like pet hair or pollen. Anyone experiencing these symptoms should speak to their GP as soon as possible. Presiding Officer, how serious asthma is varies from person to person. There are different types of asthma too. Indeed, there is also an important difference between severe asthma and uncontrolled asthma. Uncontrolled asthma improves with treatment changes like steroid inhalers and good inhaler technique. But someone with severe asthma, which affects around 5% of people with asthma, can have symptoms most of the time and find them very hard to control. Poorly controlled severe asthma takes a toll on people's physical and mental health, leading to an average of 4 asthma attacks per year. People who live with severe asthma also report depression, it's 55%, anxiety, 66%, and 68% of people say it impacts on their work and education. Where you live also has a bearing on outcomes, as people in the poorest areas of Scotland are on average 3 times more likely to be admitted to hospital due to their asthma. However, Presiding Officer, there is a huge financial cost. The cost of treating respiratory disease in Scotland is estimated at £500 million each year, and asthma care represents £97.5 million of that spend. Flare-ups of severe asthma can result in patients presenting in the most costliest part of the healthcare system, accident and emergency. Data suggests that people with severe asthma are roughly attending A&E 4 times more than people with non-severe asthma. This situation can improve. I mentioned Olivia Fulton earlier. Olivia is a great example of how improvement in severe asthma care can be achieved. She had serious challenges with her severe asthma, but thanks to proper care and treatment, she's now playing for Scotland's women's wheelchair rugby team. Asthma education has certainly empowered Olivia. Presiding Officer, since 2013, Asthma and Lung UK Scotland have surveyed people with asthma, and earlier this year launched their Life with a Lung Condition survey for the second time. The survey has highlighted that 24% of Scots received all 3 recommended aspects of asthma care: an annual review of their asthma care and treatment, a check-up of their inhaler technique, and a written asthma action plan. In particular, 75% of those surveyed said they received an annual review, 50% said their inhaler technique was checked, and 40% received a written asthma plan. So I would therefore welcome an update from the Minister regarding what further steps the Scottish Government could take to increase awareness of asthma education in Scotland so that people know what their entitlements are and are empowered to press for them. Presiding Officer, the Scottish Government launched the Respiratory Care Action Plan in 2021 to 2026. The RCAP sets out a vision for driving improvement in the prevention, diagnosis, care, treatment and support of people living with respiratory conditions in Scotland. One of the aspects of the plan is that the pillars of asthma care be available to everyone. So I would welcome an update from the Minister on the implementation of the RCAP. Presiding Officer, I want to touch on the link between asthma and inequality. We know that people from the most deprived areas of Scotland are much more likely to receive an asthma diagnosis. Managing a variable lifelong condition with complex treatments like inhalers is difficult. Managing asthma while juggling multiple jobs, family responsibilities and financial pressures is even harder. I welcome that the Scottish Government does have a commitment to tackling health inequalities, but it is important to ensure that good quality housing, sound state welfare support and good air quality are key components of achieving health equality. In particular, in relation to air quality, 57% of those living with asthma in Scotland say air quality makes them feel more breathless. Presiding Officer, in closing, I want to make one final point: the importance of working across countries to learn and experience and to ensure good practice. The International Coalition of Respiratory Nurses, which I'm a member of, as I'm still a registered nurse myself, the ICRN was created in 2021. And the ICRN is a global network of advanced respiratory nurse practitioners with the aim to work together to improve care for people living with lung conditions and help educate and empower patients. So I support this year's theme, Education Empowers. Educating people does empower people to have improved care and consequently healthier outcomes. So again, I welcome this debate today and I look forward to colleagues' contributions. Thank you.